Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to set up a Google Ads call-only ads campaign. Call-only ads are one of the best ways to generate leads for your business, and they convert really well because somebody has made an effort to call you and they're on the phone with you. The ball is in your court. You can convert them and convince them to buy or book from you. So with call only ads, the way this works is they don't go to your landing page or a website. They see your ad, they click on it, and usually it's from a device which can make a phone call, i.e. a smartphone. They click the call button on the ad and they get connected through to you. So the best way to show you is obviously to set up a brand new campaign in Google Ads interface. But before you do that, what you want to do is to set up a conversion tracking. So let's do that first of all. So you go to Tools and Settings, Conversions, and you have these four options. We're gonna go with phone calls. So calls from ads using call extensions or call only ads. So that's the first one. Now, this is where a lot of people get confused. What is this and what does it do? So if somebody clicked on the ad and they came through to your website and then clicked the phone number on your website, then Google is going to attribute the conversion to not to the call only ad but to the ad, because actually they haven't clicked on the ad but they clicked on your website but they came through the ad. Yeah. So you select the first one and then you continue. Way I name it is phone call lead, and then I put in my phone number. I see a lot of people don't use a value for this conversion because it's extremely important to put in a value, otherwise you will not know what is your ROI. Now, you can't just pluck up a figure out of thin air and put in a number, 100 pounds or 500 pounds or 50 pounds. But what you need to do is to work out. So let's imagine if you got 10 calls and your conversion rate is 50%. So 5 will convert on every 10 calls. So what you do is you then work out how much is the average value per customer. So let's keep things very simple and we say it's 100 pounds. So you got 5 customers times 100, that's 500 pounds, divided by 10 leads, so that's 50. Simple maths. So your value is 50. So every time a conversion happens in your Google Ads account, that conversion value will be attributed in the to that campaign, ad group, or ad. Okay, so you got 50 pounds in here, and then you would select it as 1 because that's recommended for 1. If you were selling up an e-commerce website, then every account is for that. Call length. So usually I keep it at 30 because that's a qualified lead or a call. It's not by somebody clicking your ad by mistake and then hanging up the phone and then it is counted up as a conversion. So if somebody's talking to you on the phone or to one of your staff members for 30 seconds, then we know that they are the right person. Whether they buy from you or not, that's irrelevant, but we need to put in a minimum length of that call. So I'll keep it as 30. I tend to keep it as 30 days is fine, but some businesses where the conversion, the sales cycle is a bit longer, then you can go up to custom and you can put in 90 if you like, but I beg your pardon, 60 is the maximum one over here, so you can put in 60. You must check in this box, otherwise this will not be included in the conversion columns, so keep it checked in. Attribution model, depending on how you attribute your conversions, I tend to use time decay because I feel that the last click attribution is not accurate. So I'll just double check everything is fine, create and continue, and done. Now there is I think it's a bug, and that's the only way I can say in the interface, where when you are creating a campaign, it will not let you create a call only ads campaign or ads, call only ads, and here's why. So you're gonna click the plus. Now you can either select a goal, any of these goals. Obviously the brand consideration and product and brand consideration is only for display and video. This is display video. We are not running apps. So leads is search. So wherever you see search, you can set up, but selecting this one does not mean that you are not going to track the conversions. It's just that we don't worry about the goals guidance from Google, and we're happy with the way we want to set it up. Select search, phone calls, enter your number. Now you need to have this phone number on your landing page. Although you are not sending that visitor to your website, Google is going to verify this phone number, that what you put in your ad is what it shows on your website or landing page. So I'm just gonna put in test call campaign. Uncheck this because the call only ads do not run on the display network, and I also don't run this usually on the search partners because I find that the click-through rate gets very much diluted, and you will get a lot of impressions as well. I just want to run my call only ads on the Google search page. Start and end date if you want to put in. Don't need to worry too much about these. Enter your location, where you want to run your locations. You enter your language. Under audiences, what you can do is set these up on observation so that we can see what's happening from these affinity or in-market audience, which may be relevant for your business. Right, so you can select as many as you like. This will not have any effect on the actual campaign. It's just going to observe, and once you can start to see the campaign running and the data coming through, you will know that the SEO and SEM services audiences are really good for me. So you can bid up, or if it's not performing very well, then you can bid down if you like. But right now we are just keeping it as observation. You enter your budget, whatever your budget may be. Keeping in mind the call only ads or the clicks are pretty expensive. So usually from my experience it is in double digit, especially in the UK where we have the pounds in here. So depending on your currency, you enter the budget. So if I want multiple calls for my business, then I need to put in a bit more budget. Bidding. Now when you go in here, Google will recommend conversions, conversion value, and this is what I meant by when we entered that value, conversion value in the conversions, which was £50, because this is what is going to give us and show us what is the value you associate with actions taken on your web page, app, or shop. So every time a call is made to us, it is worth £50 with how I calculated it. It may be different for you. Now in here where it says not recommended, please don't get confused as to not to use it, because when you click on it you get the full list of all the bidding strategies. So I'm going to click on if I don't have any data and we're starting from zero, I would start over here, and then once I've got 40-50 conversions in a month, then I'm going to go on to one of these automated bidding strategies. What most people tend to do is they go over here and it says to you over here, what is your target CPA? And somebody will put in, oh, I want to pay £5 for a call. It's not possible because your click could be costing you £40-50. So how are you going to have a target CPA? Even at, let's say if your cost per click was £50 and your conversion rate was 50%, so you will need a higher target CPA to give Google the flexibility to pull in the leads. So don't guesstimate and try and put in a number. That's why I go on to manual CPC. Once I've got the data in my account and that data is 100% accurate, that I'm getting leads at £50 or £60 or whatever, then I can tell the algorithm or the machine, go and get me a lead for this target CPA, and it works wonderfully well. The machine learning and the automated bidding is improving day by day, and I would highly recommend that you go to this target CPA once only you have got data for at least a month. Google reps and people at Google will say you can enter your target CPA from the word go, i.e. when you're setting up. I find that it's very frustrating because we don't know the target CPA and how much it should be and what budget needs to be. So let's say if my target CPA is £50, what you also need to consider is the budget. Because if your budget is 50, you will not get impressions. So what you need to do is to give at least 4 times the target CPA. I tend to keep it 5. So if it was 50, I will have to put my budget as 250. So you need to make sure that your campaign is profitable when you are scaling up to this level, because you don't want to be losing out on a campaign when your campaign is not being profitable. You don't need to go that high. And if your campaign is not profitable, then I would say don't go to target CPA. Try and optimize it, cut out the wastage, bring the CPA down, and then tell Google, okay, now I'm prepared to pay you £30. And then you can say, okay, I'm happy with my daily budget, which is 5 times. Although it may not spend 5 times the target CPA, you will see that you are getting your conversions within around this number. Okay, so conversions, you may have other conversions in your account as well. So a conversion could be a form submit or somebody taking any other call to action. But what I would do is I can select from here, and then I can see that this is the one with the phone number which I had set up earlier. I'm going to track for this campaign. Ad schedule is extremely important, because if your business is open only Monday to Fridays from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., then only run your ads during that time, not in the evenings or late in the night or early in the morning, because you are going to waste a lot of budget, because there people will click on your ads and there will be no reply. So Google is obviously going to charge you. Ad rotation, you've got 2 options here. either optimize, prefer best performing ads, and do not optimize. Now you must have multiple ads in the same ad group, and by that I mean at least 3 or 2 as the minimum, but Google advises at least 3 ads. Now if you go with option 1, what happens is out of the 3, 1 ad will be performing really well, and Google is going to keep running that one and not run the other 2. So you're not going to see what's happening with the other 2. What if they were to run? What results am I going to get? So what I do personally, now this may not be the right thing. A lot of people will say, well, why are you not optimizing your ads? It's because I want to run all 3 ads equally and then get the data in and see which one is working and which one isn't working. And then I can stop the ones which are not performing and bring in another ad. But until I don't have enough data on all the 3 ads, if I was running 3 ads in the ad group, I won't know. So I personally go with do not optimize, but if you want to go to the first option, you can. So you've got your call extensions set up, and your call out is quite important. So you can put in your call out extensions, and your location extension is from your Google My Business page. Okay, I have saved twice to confirm. Okay, save and continue. And now I've got my ad group. You can get some keyword ideas either prior to setting up your ad groups by going to your keyword planner, downloading a list of keywords and then going after it, or you can enter your web address or put in a related term which is good for you. Now what I want to do is to keep things very tight. So I'm going to just have keywords which has got PPC in it. And that's why I would recommend you download it, your keyword list from your Google Keyword Planner, and then set them up. There you go. So you can see how I'm putting these keywords together, because this is a completely different type of keyword to the word Google PPC. So when I am writing the ads, I want these ads to be extremely relevant to my keywords. So you get the gist as to what you want to do, and then you make your ad, and I can call this as a PPC ad group. I would never put in as broad match. Now over here you can see phrase match and exact match. The other one which is missing from here is the broad modified. I don't know why Google hasn't put it over here, but the broad modified is when you have a plus sign in front of each word. So if I were to put these keywords like that, and then I could have the exact ones in here as exact match. You put in the square bracket, or you can put in phrase match, however you want, or you can put in just the broad modified, and then I'm going to call it BMM, so I know this one is BMM. And if I am putting an exact match in here, I can put in as exact. So I'll keep it as BMM and save and continue. Now here's the problem. You get the text ad, the responsive ad, but not the call ads. So if you were to put in this ad into this ad group, this will just be an expanded text ad. I'm going to save and continue. So you ignore the ad writing bit when you're creating an ad. Okay, you cannot create an ad, that's fine. Then I go back and then add an extension. You get the call only ad in there. You then select your so now I'm going to call, I can put in Google Ads Marketing Agency get try and make use of as many characters as you like. Then you put in your description line 1, description line 2, and your display URL will be your website address. You can either put it with word or www or without. And over here you put in your website address as well, which is your verification URL. Now you may see this message if you haven't turned on the call reporting. So you must do that, otherwise you will find that you're not getting the conversions. Once you've set this ad up, then all you do is either copy it and make a variation in the headlines or the description line. So you're making a little tweak in the second ad compared to the first one, and if you're running 3 ads, you set up another ad and just change something on the ad. And then what you want to do is, I'm just going to save this for now. So I've got here my first ad, right? So what you want to do is to go at campaign level, settings, and over here all campaigns. Then you go to account settings. See, this call reporting is turned off. Now you will get your conversion tracking, and then save it. And once your ads are approved, it should start to run if your bids are okay and your and there's nothing wrong with the campaign. So that's how you set up a Google Ads call only ads. So hope you enjoyed this video. Please put in in the comment below of your experience as to how you run it, what results you are getting, and if there is any help you need from me, then by all means visit our website www.sfdigital.co.uk, and I'm more than happy to have a chat with you. Thanks for being here. All the best. Bye for now.